All right, I'm gonna lean on you a little bit today. If your business is not growing, you don't have a leads problem, you have a discipline problem. I'm gonna share with you today 7 disciplines I see that leads to real estate sales success. If you show me someone that has seen success in any area of their life, it's because they're disciplined. It's because they consistently do the things it takes to grow their business. You see, what happens is that consistency of those activities actually compounds over time, and that's where we see the most growth. What I want to do today is really break this down. There are certain disciplines, certain things that I know that I did in my business and that I see other people doing in their business right now, that if you do it consistently on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, your business can't help but grow. So what I really want to do today is I want to break these down for you, some daily activities, some things that you can implement. I will say this, if you'll implement just one of these, it's going to help. If you'll implement a few of these, it's going to make a difference. If you'll implement all of these, it's a wrap. Your business is going to grow like wildfire. So let me do this. Let me go through these and start. Now I'm going to rapid fire these to you. If you want to dig deeper in these, I would just encourage you to see what it is that you can do in your business to implement these. The first one is this, thank you note. 1 thank you note per day. Now, when we start our day, I would start my day off with this. I would write a handwritten thank you note to someone that has either helped my business or helped my life or to congratulate someone. What happens is when we focus on things we're thankful for, we see more things to be thankful for. It's almost like it's the first domino that begins to not only give thanks to people and appreciate people, but then they begin to reciprocate by sending us opportunities through referrals or for opportunities to do business with them. Number 2 is add at least one person to your database on a daily basis. Listen, if your database is not getting people put in there every single day, it's gonna slow your growth. Now, if you're at a place where you're really wanting to see growth, add 5 people a day to your database. These could be people that you reach out to in circle prospecting. These could be people that you know that are in your farm area. These could be people that maybe you've just met in passing, that your children are on the baseball team with, or whatever it may be. Make sure you're adding people to your database. If you're not adding value to people through your database, through consistently getting those people information they need and they want, then you're not going to be growing your business. Make sure consistently, at least one a day, you're adding at least one person to your database on a daily basis. These activity levels are going to escalate as we go. The third thing is this, send a personalized property out to at least one person per day. Now, this is where you're looking at your hot sheet in the morning. This could be a buyer and you're sending this property and saying, hey, I saw this property, thought it might be of interest to you. Let me know if you have any questions. Maybe it's to a seller. Hey, just saw this property came on the market this morning and went under contract in your neighborhood. Probably going to affect your values. Let me know if you have any questions. You see, when we personally send out and we're pitching out to people, I promise when we do this, what happens is it starts this momentum towards conversations. It begins to start this momentum towards, wow, he's really thinking of me. Wow, he's really reaching out. When we do this, all of a sudden now we're going to find out that some people are going to be like, wow, that is pretty interesting. How do you think that affects my house's value? Wow, that's pretty interesting. Do you think you can get us some more information on this? You see, when you're out there and you're specifically sending specific properties and you're pitching something, you're going to get opportunities. Number 4, do 1 video unsolicited CMA per day. I get tired of saying this, but every single time that someone is disciplined enough to do 1 of these per day, they get results. If you aren't sure how to do 1 of these, you can see this video up top if you're watching this on YouTube, or it'll be in the show notes if you're listening to this on the podcast. But basically, where I go through and I just tell you exactly how to do it. I did this for a 3-month period, 1 a day, 72 days that I worked. This was in the 4th quarter with holidays and weekends. So I did 72 of them. It generated $11 million worth of listings. You may be sending these out to a past buyer. You may be sending them out to someone that you know that owns a home that mentioned they may sell in the next couple of years. It may be someone in your farm neighborhood or just someone you know. If you'll be disciplined and add value, just let people know what their value is. It's amazing how you'll stay top of mind, and you won't just generate listings now, but this has the ability to generate you listings in perpetuity. It's going to actually, for me, 3 months I did this. A year and a half later, it generated another $5 million worth of listings without me even reaching out to those folks ever again. Do 1 video unsolicited CMA per day. Promise you're going to get some results. Number 5 is really going to help with all of these items, and that's building a next 10 list and a top 10 list. Now, what this is for me is when I was in the business and I was in sales, I had it right on my wall, literally where my desk faced this, where I would see it constantly. I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to have a list up there of the next 10 buyers that I was going to probably sell something to. I wanted to have the next 10 people that I anticipated I was going to list their home. This kept them top of mind. It was right there in front of me. And then I had my top 10 referral partners that I had. These were people that had either sent referrals to me or that I knew had the opportunity and would probably, in the right circumstance, send me a referral. I wanted to keep these people right in front of me because on a daily basis, I wanted to look at those folks. I wanted to see what it was and how long has it been since I've talked to each of them. By keeping them top of mind, by reaching out and really doing some of these things, sending a thank you note, a congratulations card, sending a property to, whatever it was, they dovetailed into these conversations, and these are the highest opportunities I had. Consequently, I wanted to focus on them, and when I was disciplined about focusing on this group, business came my way. Number 6 is have 10 meaningful conversations every single day. Listen, there's a lot of times where we'll just dial and we'll never reach anybody. I'm talking about having a meaningful conversation. It could be text, it could be phone call, it could be exchanges via email. Conversations. Conversations lead to conversions. Conversations lead to contracts. If you're having these conversations on a daily basis, the industry average is around 50 conversations, really good conversations, lead to one contract. And whatever your numbers are, I'll just say this, if you're looking to do one transaction a week, have 50 conversations in a week. If you're looking to have 12 conversations in a year, have 50 conversations in a month. Whatever it is for you, concentrate on having these conversations because that's what's going to lead to the opportunities for you to do more business. Number 7 is going to be something we're going to work on a weekly, every 2 weeks, or on a monthly basis, depending on where you are in your business, and that's adding a system to your business. You're only going to be as good as the systems you have in place. You're only going to be able to grow as good as the systems are that you put into your business. Now, when I talk about systems, a lot of people say, well, what should that be? What's the biggest area of weakness you have? Maybe it's that when a new lead comes in, I need a checklist for how do I set this lead up in a way where I'm going to leverage where they're going to receive information on the property every time one comes on the market. Maybe it's I'm going to put them in my database where I'm going to talk to them once every 2 weeks. Whatever it is for you, that's an example. I would have a checklist for when something goes under contract. I would have a checklist for when I take a new listing. I would have a checklist for how I'm market a property once I take that listing. All of these things are systems to put into place in your business. What do? Do you have a system in place that once a closing happens that you have this checklist? When a buyer closes, I put them in this, I have all of these systems in place for exactly what I'm going to do so that I can maximize my time. I can leverage my time in a way that helps the business grow over time. When you put systems in place, your lever goes up and now you're more effective and more business comes. So to wrap all this up, you don't have a problem with needing more leads. You probably don't have a problem with needing more opportunities. What you need is more discipline. Focus on the things that have been working in your business. Add some different layers. Be disciplined on a daily basis to move the ball forward. And I promise you're going to see some amazing results in the coming year. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.